Clouds are coming in. Good morning, everyone. I think it's about 9 o'clock. So, we're gonna do some work in the bee yard and some work on bettering this horse deterrent. For like 3 nights in a row, I've had horses in my yard, and I've had horses in my bee yard, and I can deal with horses in my yard. I don't like horses in my bee yard. I guess maybe I'm a little possessive. I don't know. But, so we're gonna do some work. And the work we're gonna do, we're getting ready to move hives. We have enough space and enough hives that we're going to move all of these from up here down to here. I scooted that one, or the nook bank, over a bit more again. We also have that remaining one to potentially put in there if we need to, but we're going to move all of the colonies down here for the winter. I noticed last winter that the ones down here did a little bit better through the winter, and then seemed to do a fair bit better come early spring, because they got the better light and what have you. So we're going to fill in all of these slots with bee boxes. I have the second layer of plastic to put over the top of this so we get that heat channel like I have back here. But one good thing about making all of my benches the same size and, you know, design, we're going to be able to pull off those shelters and use them down here. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take the one on each end, and then I'm going to finish closing that one off in the center, or covering it off, and we'll use that center one for storage. But that way, if anything, that will be the only hive that gets moved, that comes back to this area, that'll look kind of the same, because these others won't have any of the shelter covering on them. We'll use it all down here. So that's what we're gonna do today. Well, you guys are gonna watch me, see if I make a fool of myself or not, but we're gonna see about taking the shelter covers off, the lids off, and moving them down to here. We'll wear a jacket, of course. They should come off pretty easy. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna start using these as my summer benches. Come on, go away. Using these as my summer benches, and those as my winter benches, more so. Blackberries. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the apiary reconfigured for winter. So we're gonna pull those shelter covers off, put them down here, and get ready to move the colonies. We're supposed to have some rainy days coming, like 2 or 3 of them, and I'm gonna use those days. It's supposed to get cloudy and then stay cloudy, so I may close them up, move them tomorrow, and then, you know, have those 3 days of rain with them down here, and then it won't look the same or nothing. So that should work pretty good. And I'm gonna have to do something about mole. I don't like it. I think we got some traps. It's getting a little ridiculous. Okay, well, we'll be back with you when we get doing stuff. Yellow jackets getting in my house because they buzz so close to the ground all the time. They're getting underneath that screen. Here's what I did. But here, I'll set you up. You can see how it goes. Kind of universal, so that it could be used in different locations, that sort of thing. It should just lift off. Yes, we'll find out. How things should work and how things do work are entirely different sometimes. Aha! Looks like it's working. I like it when it works right. That's the way it is. Theoretically, it should just sit down on these other ones. Find out. Yeah. Let's go see how this works. I think it worked pretty good. Let's see. Maybe. I don't know. I can't really see the image very well. Close. And it's made to be kind of tight. Just for giggles. And then we put a weight on top of it. But yeah, you can kind of see it's pretty simple. And then out here I put There you go. Those on. This is my 2.0 design. I'd like to change all of those ones over to these. Mostly because, like you just saw, you can move them. All of these ones were kind of built all as a unit. So if you go to disassemble it, it's very awkward and unruly. As you can see, not much to it. I must have been a little off on my measurements. Oh well. A lot of times my T-posts would get turned, but that's fine. It gives it nice tension. And then I'll zip tie down in the back like I did last time. Worked pretty good. But yeah. And then it looks like these sides will go on pretty nice. So we'll deal with that. I'll probably take the plastic off and do that. But yeah, I want to get this done before the bees finish getting up. So, here, let's put you over here. I need to go through and get rid of all these viney ones. They're everywhere. But that's how it'll work. Oh. I have to put a jacket on. See, these ones get active earlier. These are my earlier risers down here. And then the very end back there. Come on. Ow! Well, she didn't want me there. Stung me in the wrist. Ouch! Okay. Oh, now my wrist hurts. Pissy bees. I was just banging though. We'll come back with a jacket on. Ow! I accidentally squished her too, so it squeezed the venom. Good. Oh well. I'll stand over here. I was just banging pretty good though. And it's pretty chilly. I gotta get new tarps. Oh, my wrist hurts. But yeah, we'll spend, I think it's probably tomorrow is when it's supposed to continue to get cloudy, I think. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be cloudy and maybe rainy. And that's when I'll move them, is when we're rainy. Ouch. And then, like I said, that's the only one that will have a spot that looks similar to what it was. As these ones come out, they're going to be going, what the? Maybe I should have left the plastic for now. I guess it don't matter. If they do double orientation, they'll be good and confused. And then I have to tape these. pushed that block out. Oh, my wrist hurts. See where she got me? She got me. She was upset. She let me know. It'll be okay. I think that one over here is the one that's a single. So I want to put that single next to the 5/5s. That way, comparable strength colonies maybe. I think that might be how I would put it. I don't want to put a big strong one right there and have them decide to mess with them. We're also gonna get our entrances and stuff closed down. That sort of thing. Because I noticed a deceased mouse on the trail down. My dog probably found white pollen. I wonder what white is. You know, I don't want to put a weak colony between my two strong ones, that sort of thing. And we've got a variety of strengths that we can set stuff with. Yeah, everybody's gonna get new tarps. Oh. I'm gonna go have breakfast now. Talk to you guys later. Blessed days. Bye.